Boy. Yeah, we breaking silence on the Lord, oh. So why you think we out here on the Lord for? Yeah, I'm coming through, ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through. Yeah, I wear the truth like a logo. So why you think I'm out here on my dolo? Yeah, I'm coming through, ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through.
Yo, once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. Charles, Cash, Mike, Laurie, Vanya. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes.
Mr. Spenser Cortese.
Hit them horns.
What's up?
Yo, you with the horns.
You love the horns more than me, bro, and I'm controlling them.
Oh my God.
I know, right? We need a second one over here. I'm like,
Yo, Spenser.
Easy buttons. Let's say that.
This guy. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, bro.
First of all, you drove where? From Detroit, bro?
Detroit, yeah.
How long?
Wait.
Yeah, I just got here at like 1 in the afternoon today.
How far was the drive?
It's like 11 hours, but that's just drive time. So it take like, 12 and a half.
What time you left yesterday? You left yesterday, right? Or this morning?
No, last night.
Oh, wow.
I drove all night. I got here at 1, tried to take a nap real quick, to come out.
What's wrong with you, man?
what you mean? He had to get on the We Break
I
You
don't
gotta
Silence
do what
show.
you gotta do, bro.
You gotta do what you gotta
He
do.
had to get
Hop
on
on
the We
that
Break Silence show.
train. Take a nap on that train.
Listen,
Nah.
my parents live in Florida, so I don't mind driving there every year. I used to drive there every year. I haven't drove there in a while, but that's like an 18-hour drive.
I
Yeah,
can't do
do
drives
that.
more than like 8 hours now.
Really?
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
I've
lot.
driven. You gotta understand. Like I grew up like driving to North Carolina like every year, like 14 hours.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
crazy.
So that's you can't do it no more.
My knees can't take it no more.
Second thing I want to say,
respect it, though.
salute to you, man. Baby number 2 in the way.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
appreciate
got
it.
2 nieces now, man.
That's what's up. Well,
Crazy.
No,
apparently he's
chill.
your son, so you got 2 granddaughters.
Oh, yeah. 2 granddaughters. Let me correct
my
myself.
I'm just light-skinned.
That is
That's
so
all.
That's all right.
I'm light-skinned.
I was light skinned when I was a kid, too. You just.
I don't believe all that.
Your pigmentation
I don't
didn't
believe
quite
all
develop right.
Too funny. All right, so you are in the jewelry consulting business, correct?
Yes.
So I'm really excited because I feel like
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
They are. And I feel like, you being in the business, you kind of know a little bit about the whole, purchasing a diamond. So how long have you been doing it in the first place?
I've been in jewelry for almost a whole decade.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
so
that long.
Yeah. So people have been coming up to me over the years. Pretty much since I started asking questions and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it wasn't until just recently that I actually turned it into a business. Doing it on the side. So letting people know exactly what they should be looking for instead of falling for some of the pitfalls. Going to a big box store. There's so many tricks out there. So I'm just trying to help people out, save some money.
And so how'd you get into the whole jewelry thing in the first place?
Matter of fact, I started working with precious metals with gold, silver, and platinum back in the day. Used to work at the Danbury Mall at one of the kiosks buying gold and stuff. So when I first moved down to Virginia, I started doing that again. And I actually got recruited by a manager at the K Jewelers that was right next to the kiosk I was at. And, they were like, you seem like you know a little bit about it, like you should get into it. And I got hired in December.
Wow.
And I just kind of got thrown into the fire with everything. December for jewelry is crazy. So,
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing this?
I love it. It's funny when you feel passionate about something.
Yeah.
Like it's really an enjoyment. I love diamonds. I love the whole excitement, the love that comes with it. This is a big purchase, a big thing for someone to be married and all that. So I really enjoy it because I enjoy people feeling good.
Now, is this something that you thought you would have been doing?
I wouldn't like pick out jewelry, but I've been a salesman, since I was young. I knew I had, that gene. So once I found the venue for it, it just took off from there.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So now when people are searching, like they walk into a store or whatever, what would you say, like what are people looking for? Was it like the most common thing that they're looking for? Is it just the size, or do they have like a specific
maybe a budget
carat amount? Or is it more of like, I don't want to spend this much? Like, what you...
Believe it or not, the number one thing is that they don't know what they're looking for.
Right.
That's the issue.
You're kind of leading them down the road.
Exactly. So this is where someone like me coming in to kind of educate you and help you figure out what you're looking for. If you go into a jewelry store, the big thing is you buy what they want you to buy.
Right.
You don't buy what you should buy.
Right.
You know, you might be like, oh, should I get a 1.5 carat? But no, you know, you should get a 1 carat, a top quality 1 carat, you know, based off your budget, instead of getting a middle of the road, you know, 1.5. They're gonna make you spend that.
Yeah.
But
so
why?
That's why. All right. So that's my question. Then. Break down kind of the process. I walk into the store. I say, hey, you know, I'm looking to buy an engagement ring or something like that for my wife. What's the first thing you're gonna say back to me? What's the first thing you want to know is what my budget is, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you know, there's depending on how you say everything and stuff, you try and see what the budget's gonna be.
Right.
And then really, you know, have you seen anything? You know, do you know what she likes? Stuff like that. You try and build a little rapport with people and stuff like that. But you're trying to see where you can take this.
Trying to narrow everything down.
Exactly.
To see, like, all right, so I want to know which part of the store I'm taking you to.
She want that halo ring.
Yeah.
That halo diamond.
Yeah, so, you know, if people got pictures and stuff like that, it makes it easier in store. But, you know, while you're in that setting, you got sales goals every month that you got to hit.
Right.
So I would say upselling in jewelry stores is rampant.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and I never liked doing it. You know, I used to get, you know, yelled at by managers for not upselling people.
What? It's all about the numbers.
Yeah, like, you know, they're worried about that. And I used to just think like, listen, if you're honest with people and you get someone something that they want and you give them a good experience, I'm going to close all my sales. So I never worried about it. I never didn't hit my numbers, but you know, they always wanted more and more and more.
Right.
You know, so that's a reason why I kind of wanted to do this too, because I don't have a sales goal when I do this.
When I was in sales, my old manager used to tell me, he said, happy customers recommend new customers. He said, I don't want you, he used to always say, like, I don't want you guys trying to like push numbers down people's throat. He's like, I want you guys to like make sure that the customer gets what they want, because then they're gonna come back themselves and they're gonna tell somebody about their experience. He was all about having the experience, like, you know. So I'm sure in this business it's very similar. You tell somebody about it and they're so satisfied that, you know, they tell their girlfriend or they tell their, you know, their other boy, if you know, you hook them up with a ring, like, yo, next guy who gets engaged, yo, or wants to, he's like, yo, go to my guy over here, he took care of me. So I'm sure that's a big part of the business too, right?
Yeah, you know, everyone's got a guy. You know, you got a mechanic. You know, your car breaks down. I'll be like, yo, Mike, you know, who you go to? You got a guy for that.
You got a brake guy.
You know, you got a realtor if you're looking for a house. You know somebody. So, you know, I'm just trying to be someone's, you know, jewelry guy, you know, to help people out.
I like that.
Maybe I'll come. You still with K Jeweler?
No. I do this separately. I'm a completely separate
He's
entity.
got his own business. He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, all you got to do is
That's
email
what I'm
me.
talking about, brother.
You email me, you can call me, hit me up on Facebook, anything, and you know, we go over the whole process. You know, we figure out what you're looking for.
Right.
Like I said, if you got pictures, that's the best way to do it.
Right.
And then I can talk a little bit about what you're looking for and what you should be looking for.
Okay.
You know, you talk about a budget. So if I get what you're looking for, a budget, and when you're trying to do it, then I go to work. You know, I know a lot of people in the jewelry industry over the years. I've built connections. You know, I just closed a deal last week where my client, before they were my client, went into a jewelry store and they said their budget was $19,000, and the jewelry store was showing them stuff that was $26,000. And
that's
you know,
not right.
Yeah, they were like, "What's up?" So you know, from word of mouth, they were connected to me. And I made one phone call and talked to one of my old mentors who was my manager when I first started. It didn't even take him an hour to find a better diamond, and we got them taken care of just over $18,000.
Wow.
So a better diamond that, you know, saved them. You're talking about what, like $7,000, you know, right off the bat. Yeah. So and that's just because they saw big money, so they tried to push the budget, but you don't need to.
Right.
What are some of the biggest things that you I guess, you know, excuse me, one of the biggest things you want to like focus on as far as like the diamond, like what, like the characteristics of it. Like, are you looking for the cut and
clarity,
all that stuff?
Well, the part that I love most about this is that it's up to you.
Right.
You know, so some people say like, you know, I want a colorless diamond. I want a good color, or some people are more concerned with clarity. For me, the color and the cut are the most important.
Okay.
If you have a nice colorless diamond and a great cut, you know, cut's probably number one, honestly. At the end of the day, a well-cut diamond needs less light to shine.
Right.
So even if it's lower on all the other gradings, if you got a well-cut diamond, you know, you can take it over in that dark corner, it's still gonna shine.
Still gonna shine.
So that's number one, but you can ask for whatever you want.
So it's about knowing a little, because I don't know anything about diamonds. One day I guess I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
Ashes did it. I did it.
Been down that road.
Yeah.
I mean, I walked in. I mean, we went out and we kind of just shopped. And then I was just like, okay, in my head, taking mental pictures like, boom, she like that. Okay, boom, she like this style. Went there by myself. It was just like, all right, she's looking for this. This is what I'm going for. This is what I'm coming here to spend.
Where did you buy the diamond from?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I buy my watches. I have history with them. So, you know, I went there, got this ring. I mean, I don't even remember what kind of carat it was, but it was nice though. I mean, when I purchased it and took it from the store, the dang thing hurt my eyes even in the slimmest of lights.
When the light hit the ice, it twinkle and glisten.
Listen, still.
So now, when it comes to the cuts, does the diamond become more expensive or less expensive depending on the cut, or is it like?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a balancing act. That's why I try and, you know, say like, if you go up on color, the price goes up, but you come down on clarity, the price goes down. You go up on cut, you know, the price goes up, but if you come down here, you know, so there's a whole bunch of different ways. It's just playing with the scales, you know, so through years in the industry, I can pretty much tell, you know, like where we need to be, you know, to hit that budget, to hit that price. So, you know, you just you tweak a little bit here, you tweak a little bit here. And, you know, that's what you're not going to get when you go into a jewelry store at the end of the day. They don't care about that.
Right.
They really don't. You know, they might give you a good customer service experience, but they don't care what you're actually getting. You know, I've seen too much of it. So I try and cater it to what you really need and use my experience, like for you who you don't know anything about it. Yeah, or, you know, most dudes don't know even what style. You know, I'm like, you know, does she wear white gold? Does she wear yellow gold? Does she wear, you know, round diamonds? Maybe, you know, princess cut the square. You
I had trouble with that because I
gotta pay attention.
I didn't know about style.
I'm trying to pay attention right now.
But the best thing about, you know, dealing with me is that when you go into a jewelry store and they're asking you these questions, there's no way you got to go home and figure it out. You're texting me, you're calling me. I could be like, yo, is she in the other room? Go run in, you know, look in her jewelry box real quick and look
picture,
and do some research. So it's a lot more independent and like I said, cater to you.
Right.
You know?
And that's what you want, because I'm buying a diamond for somebody is special.
Yeah.
Even if it's diamond earrings, diamond necklace, diamond ring, whatever. Like, that's like a special thing. I feel like
there's different like brands. Like everyone has that special. They have like that shimmering diamond and a diamond where if you look at it, it shows like different shapes. It's crazy.
Now there's a few variations like, you know, fire and ice diamonds and stuff like that. But I'm glad you brought up brands because, you know, like at K's, like the Leo diamond, the Tolkowski diamond.
I didn't know that. There's actual brands of diamonds?
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
they better not be conflict diamonds.
No.
You stupid.
Don't lie to me, man.
You stupid. All right, Chris Tucker.
Nah, it's not like that anymore.
Right.
You can look up the Kimberly process if you really want to later.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's brands. So there's the Leo diamond, the Tolkowski, but you pay for the brand.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is the craziest part is why?
Right.
The grading is the grading. So when you go into places like K's, you go and buy a Leo diamond or a Tolkowski. Like a friend of mine bought a 3/4 carat Tolkowski and they paid $4,700 for a 3/4 carat.
That's great.
Yeah, just this past summer, I helped out my brother Paul get engaged, and we helped get his ring. Okay. I got a 3/4.
Shout out to Paul, man.
Yeah.
Paul, man.
He's getting married in June. But I got him a 3/4 carat, a certified diamond, pretty much the same exact gradings, $12.94.
Wow. Oh, beautiful.
The gradings is what the gradings is. There's no just because it says Leo on it, that's great.
Right.
What do I care?
It's
That's like buying a car.
This type of diamond is the type of diamond. It's just like that's like everything, though. We pay for branding and a lot of things. Like I was just talking to my boy who's a sneakerhead. He was talking about like Balenciagas, and like he doesn't understand why people are paying like $1,000 for those shoes. And I'm like, I don't know. They're like dirty Chucks. Like that's what they are. But it's just like the name Balenciaga. Like it's like they'll just like kick down doors to have.
Honestly, I wouldn't even know what those are.
Yeah, see, because that's that high fashion. You don't know about that, Mike.
Nah, I'm not about.
You in scrubs over here. You don't know about that.
I'm a simple man. I don't need all that. You know what? I could spend my money on better things. I'm older now. That's that young mind.
That's that grown.
Yeah, I'm on my grown man stuff.
Mike said I'm 45.
I wear the same pair of New Balance every day.
Mike said I'm 45. I don't got to do all that.
That's low.
Yo, so Spence, a lot of people like taking shortcuts in life.
Yep.
So a lot of people, with that being said, a lot of people wear fake jewelry all the time, especially these rappers these days. So do you think that hurts the jewelry industry? Because a lot of people wearing these huge bling blings and they don't want to spend the money.
And how's your eye? Can you spot it? Can you spot a
Oh,
fugazi?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can spot a fugazi like that, like Dottie Bosco?
Well, for the most part, if I see you working, and this is not a dig to anyone working at CVS, but if you working at CVS and you got this big gold chain on,
You know it.
with the price of gold, you ain't paying no $3,000 for that chain.
chain.
Yeah,
bro.
like you crazy.
Unless you got another job.
I got a big Cuban link that's not real.
But I got.
But it look real, though.
See this? It's real gold.
Yeah, okay.
It's real
These
gold.
Jones is real. This is real.
It's gold plated, but yeah, there's gold on it, but it's not solid gold. That's the thing. See, when people say fake, there's gold on it, but it's gold plated. So it's gold, plated onto metals. So there's a difference between really real or fake.
Would you consider that real? A gold plated chain?
For me, no. Like coming from my background, no, personally. But that's because I never sold stuff like that.
And there's a weight difference too, right?
Oh, there's a huge weight difference.
Yeah.
And a price difference. So.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. And I sold Rolex and stuff too, so I could pretty much, for the most part, spot a Folex.
A Folex.
Yeah, a
Folex.
Folex.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of those. It tick and it talk.
Yeah.
Yo, I heard it's like mad hard to discover like a real Rolex, because I heard like it ticks different.
Yeah.
Or it's like something slight. Like it could look real, but it's not.
There's fake Rolexes out there like that?
Oh yeah.
fake
Oh yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure like Chinatown, like I'm talking about, like, but fake, like authentic, like that. They look real, that real that you can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It like ticks a certain way. The thing rolls a certain way. My old manager was telling me about that because he's a big watch guy. So
I kind of want to be a watch guy. Like I think that might be like, but it's like, why do I need
It's
one?
timepiece.
Yeah.
You gotta say
'Cause, I mean, I
timepiece,
gotta-
not watch.
I know what time it is on my phone. So like,
Yeah.
I don't ever even. I'm not. But I guess it's like a style thing. I want to get into it. I need a watch.
Yeah. With
I'ma holler
Rolex,
at you.
yeah, go ahead.
I want one of them diamond Johns.
Okay. Break out that wallet.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
that Jacob?
Put the money up.
Remember high school Cash? Them Jacob? Jacob watches?
You get it from
Chinatown.
From Saunders?
I used to have I had 5 of those, yo. Like $25.
So for Rolex, what do you think the cheapest price is for a Rolex? What do you think they start at?
It's gotta be like
10?
5,500.
50. I was gonna say like 4,000, but that's crazy.
That's the basic. Those are the Air Kings. They literally they look plain as can be.
I had a patient.
That's crazy. For $5,500.
I had a patient of mine, this elderly guy. He was just like, he had this watch on, he wouldn't take it off, and I was just like, we're not trying to steal you. You got to go for this CAT scan. You can't have all this on you. He's just like, listen, this is a gift from my job. It was a solid gold. I don't know if it's 24 karat, but he's just like, this is like a $30,000 watch right here. I was just like, what? That shit, yeah, I was just like, don't put that on your wrist.
Right? Sorry, in all due respect, you shouldn't even have brought that here.
Yeah, no.
Well, put that in a lockbox. Like,
Most people do. It's really like an investment though, because what most people don't know is that Rolex appreciates in value 7 to 10% each year. So as long as you take care of it, if you buy it at 10 grand, you know, it's going to appreciate, you know, $700 to $1,000 every year in value.
Wow.
So that's why some people, you know, they use it as a fashion. Some people will do it as more of, you know, an investment. You know, you can keep that for 30 years. You know, I saw a guy's watch. He's had it since like 1965.
Oh wow!
You know, and it's worth like $200,000 right now.
Wow!
And he's just walking around with it, chilling. You
Is it
would never
shining?
know.
Is it blinging? Or you're like, ow, when you see
I
it?
polish it up for him. I'll say, yeah, I got you. I'll help you out, sir. No problem. Yeah.
crazy.
That's
That's
what's up.
crazy.
Yeah.
So besides selling rings and watches, is there anything else that you sell jewelry wise?
I mean, if you really needed the help, yeah, I can help you with whatever you want.
Gotcha.
You know, my main focus is the diamonds and engagement rings because of, like I said, all the pitfalls that come along with it. You know, so that's my main focus, and that's what I enjoy the most too.
It's a
Right.
nice little business you built out, man. It's like you
Yeah.
found a problem and you solved it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's if any business that you're starting, that's really how it starts. You find, you know, there's a problem somewhere, you find a solution,
Yep.
Yeah.
and you're the plug.
Now, you do anything else? You know, you play sports. I mean, you.
Hold
What
on,
you know
before-
about that,
hold
Michael?
on. Before we switch lanes, what? I don't know if Vanya asked this, but what motivated you to get into the jewelry industry?
Well, like I was saying, you know, they kind of recruited me to get into selling jewelry, but I don't know. I just kind of like the flash, you know, of everything. So I was like, yeah, I guess I could see myself doing that.
Right.
Okay, wear a little suit,
he see
you know,
himself
work and
bling-blinging.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
And also, so aside from, you know, men buying rings and not really knowing what to look for, is there anything else that you kind of find that they always trip up on besides that?
they always think you got to go big or go home, like with the size, and it's
Yeah.
not true. You know,
Right.
once the size goes up, once you hit these benchmarks, you know, 1.00 carats, 1.25, 1.50, you know, 1.75, the price jumps up. You know, so everyone thinks they got to go big or, you know, something like that. Or even, so, like I said, with the benchmarks, if you get a 1.20, that price is going to be significantly lower than a 1.25. So there's little tricks and stuff that I know
Right.
that, you know, everyone tries to Google stuff nowadays. You
Yeah.
can't Google the knowledge that I have from being behind the scenes and being behind the curtain. You know, you wouldn't really see that. Most stuff online about it is just talking about the 4 C's. They might give you some tips and stuff like
The
that.
4
But
C's?
yeah, color, carat weight, and clarity.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you know, it's basic stuff out there, but I know from being behind the curtain,
Right.
you know, what you really should look for. So that's what I'm just trying to bring to the light.
Right.
Got
right.
the secrets.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Got the secrets.
Back.
Back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Now back. We're
Go
going to
ahead.
flash forward.
You mean
To the
flashback?
flashbacks.
Yeah, flashback.
All right. So, you play any sports? You know, maybe what was it? Volleyball? You played?
Football?
You played football,
Wow.
basketball.
You trying to clown
could
you
you
just now?
You trying to climb?
could you play basketball?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, you ain't got no game.
I think I can
What's that?
shoot
What's
a little
that
bit.
movie? What's that movie?
White man
Wesley-
can't jump.
Something else.
Come on, bro. Every time I step on a court, like that's what it is. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He be trying. He be touching
Face
that.
I can't ball neither.
What? Come see me on the court.
I don't need to see you on the
Come see me.
On
You
your
do not.
daughter's hoop?
You do not.
On your daughter's
On
hoop?
her hoop. On an adult hoop. Yo, Black Nasty. You don't want that.
This the game has
You don't
changed,
want
Mike.
that.
You can't just be like trying to back people down. You gotta have a step back.
Listen,
also
I got to
step. You don't
step
got
back.
none
I
of
got
that.
to
No, you
fade away. I'll cross you.
don't. You don't got no handles, nothing. You
On
got no
2K?
step back.
Yo,
Ball is not
you know
life
what? We gonna get all of us together a new Villa basketball game. You can get Josh because Josh be thinking he got a little shot too. Yes, I'm calling all y'all
Nobody
out.
can stop me.
I will stop you. I will stop you. Shut
Maurice
down.
said he used to block the hell out of you.
No,
he used to pin against the backboard.
Listen. Mo ain't never touched the backboard. What you saying?
I believe it.
You know what?
What about
Spencer,
football, Mike?
Football, Spencer. You made a couple good catches, but you know your temper messed that up. You had a temper.
Who you talking
I'm
to?
competitive, bro.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
you the
different.
only person I know who got suspended, like you said.
It is what it is.
How do you
bro.
feel? Will you come back to play?
I mean, my wife's in the Navy, so
Right,
I'm
so
not
you
ever going to be
traveling.
back here.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, you know.
Do you miss playing? I was gonna ask you that.
I miss it so much. I ain't
miss
gonna
it.
lie.
I'm the same. Because they folded last year
After
they
the
won the
after the
championship.
championship, and then now they're coming back.
Yep.
So it's just like I every day I go down and do my laundry.
This is Danbury Militia, right?
Yeah, with the Western Connecticut.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Western
Western.
Kid
I'm sorry.
Right.
Yes.
M gang. Bang
Yeah,
bang.
bang bang all day, every day. Every day I go down and do my laundry, man. I see my shoulder pads and helmet. And I was just like, I get that itch, like,
I want to do it.
I really wish I could.
I want to do
I
it
really
so
do.
bad. I mean,
but
I
the
love
only
those
thing
guys.
is just like
Cash, were you on that militia team?
No, I never got on.
Oh, wow.
It's now
when
I'm
they
just like,
started that first
I
year,
think about my
had tore
job.
my Achilles.
Really?
That was,
tore
I
that too?
tore my
I
Achilles
did not
playing
know that.
basketball. So
Wow.
that same year, when they really started, Tion's the one who like put me on about it, and I was like, all
Coach
right.
T.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And I
crazy.
tore
Tion
my-
Best?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
tore my Achilles, and I couldn't come out.
Shout out, coach.
Shout out Tion.
Yeah, definitely.
Since we're on sports, Spencer, can you leave my boy LeBron alone?
No.
What did he do to
No.
you,
Oh, he's
bro?
so sensitive. He gonna cry.
What
He
did
like,
he do?
If you want to be great,
Come on, bro. Team
if you
Kobe
wanna be
all
great,
day.
then you have to live up to expectations. We can criticize him. He's supposed to be the greatest ever. I'm not letting him off that easy. He doesn't get to just have like a good game like, oh, LeBron's the greatest. No, it's got to be sustained. And he has been. He's been great it's been a great career. But he's got his negatives.
Go ahead, Spencer.
got his
Looks
name.
like you're holding
No
something.
killer instinct.
Thank you.
What?
He always needs help.
He got it over the
He's
years.
holding franchises
I think
ransom everywhere he
Every
goes.
single
Since
year.
since 2015, he got killer instinct. It's
Like-
not as strong, but
That's the
It's
one
not
thing
he's not
Mamba
afraid.
mentality. Let me ask you a question.
But he's not. It's different, bro.
I don't
He's
like
not
what he's doing.
Mamba's
with
like
Cleveland, too.
Jordan.
I like
bro.
that holding franchise ransom.
Yeah.
Like, yo, say you're gonna come back because they could have made a 12 times better trade for him if he would have just re-signed at the beginning of the year.
But I think Cleveland did with what they had.
They made a great
set
trade.
themselves up so just in case he does leave,
Jordan Clarkson,
Yes.
two
They
young
still
players
have-
for the future.
Yes.
They still
exactly.
have that pick.
But
So I
still
thought it was
going
good.
forward, at least you got young guns with him now.
Yeah.
So they did the best they could with what
Absolutely.
they had. But
I know you
they still
don't
ain't
like
gonna win.
LeBron. I know they ain't gonna win. Nobody's gonna beat the Warriors. Maybe the Rockets, but nobody's.
That's the
gonna
only
beat
one that
Warriors.
matches up with them.
Yeah.
If the Rockets get through on the Warriors, then the Cavs will win the championship. They'll beat Houston.
I know you don't like LeBron, but does he look a little better now with these young guns? Because I feel like he looks younger. He's more energetic. He looks kind of good right now. I know it's
I
only
guess.
2 games. Oh, this guy, he hates
I
him that much
guess.
that he
He's
can't
got
answer
it.
that.
I never
Here-
seen
here's
Kobe get down. Kobe, he go out and ball no matter what.
matter what.
With all those the scrub squads he had. Come on.
Kobe never had any.
I
of the
can't
teams
hear that
around
word
him.
Kobe right now. Okay,
Kobe.
I'm not.
Let me ask you a
He's
question.
got
Let
to
me
be
ask
a
you a
dominant
question.
scorer, though, LeBron.
I wish he would.
He
But let
has
me
to
ask you a
dominate the
question.
game.
I think when you talk about greatest player of all time, you think about a legacy that someone leaves. How many people say they want to have a Mamba mentality like Kobe? I never heard not a one
No, that's
person
true.
say nothing.
I'll give you that.
I want to be like LeBron. LeBron
I'll give
who?
you that. But that's what I don't like. Like we
I
know,
want to be like
we know
Kobe. I
LeBron's
want to
not
have that
like-
mentality.
LeBron
Like that's
says
what it is.
himself he's not like that. He's more of he wants to get his team involved. But
I know, but it's still
the world
it's still
puts
a
him on
fault.
that Jordan.
So,
and
the
Kobe's
greatest
not
team
the one.
player-
He's not there.
It's to a fault.
sometimes,
He's different.
man.
It's
He's,
to a fault.
he's like Magic.
It's to a fault.
Don't disrespect
he's
Magic like that.
unselfish. For real. He's unselfish.
He
to a
is like
fault.
he's more. You got to compare
Magic's
more
a
like
point
Magic
guard.
though.
He's a point guard.
Same like LeBron.
No, he's not.
LeBron ain't a point, but he
can
gets people
play
He's a
point.
small
involved.
forward.
He
He's
can
playing
play point.
But they're the same player. They do the exact same thing.
They do the same
You're
things.
gonna
They're not
lose
the
this
same
argument.
No, I'm
You're gonna lose this
not.
argument
No, I'm
every
not.
time. He's the greatest
They do.
athlete to ever play.
Ever.
His basketball skill is nowhere near these greats that we talk about. Nowhere near. If he wasn't 6'8", 250, faster and stronger than everybody, he's not doing half of what he's doing.
Last 2 years,
half.
LeBron's been balling. I'm gonna stand by that.
No,
Last
not
2
to say he
years-
hasn't improved, but
Yeah, I'm
he's not.
saying he
at-
looks great the last 2 years.
Any
He's
of
been
those
looking great.
older players playing in this era with no hand checking, you can't even
Oh,
if
yeah.
you reach in, you go to the free throw line. Jordan would have averaged 45 points a game
Oh,
in this,
yeah, I'll
in
give
this
you that.
era.
Easy. I'll give you
Magic
that.
even would have averaged 25, 35 points a game. Oh, these players from back in the day, like those dominant players, they would be like destroying the league right now. And here's my last piece with the whole LeBron thing. Because like I said, I do respect him as a great basketball player. He's an amazing basketball player. But like I was saying, he's unselfish to a fault. Sometimes you just gotta take the ball and ram it down their throat. You're bigger, faster, stronger than everybody.
I feel like he's done a better job with that the last couple years. Yeah. He's done a better job doing that.
That finals, he took over. He took over. But that's what we've been wanting.
That was the one time I really seen him even do that. Because he's the ones they won in Miami.
I was mad at him in the earlier years at that. He would... It'd be like 2 seconds left. He's looking at passes. He did that in the All-Star game. Kobe laughed at him.
What about the flopping, E? What about the flopping?
He got better with that, too. I didn't like that either.
He got better with it.
He did. He don't flop like that.
He was a soccer player.
No, in Miami, he was horrible with that. I agree. I hate that. I hate the flopping.
He'd be like, flop. He'd be like, oh, my God.
No, that was horrible.
He got shot.
That was horrible. He got better with the flopping, except 2 years ago when Tristan hit him, and then he had that pissed me off.
But that's a knock against him, though. That's a knock. That's a knock against him.
I don't like the flop. I don't care if you're Michael Jordan. I don't like flop.
Michael Jordan would never flop.
Nah, these 90s players, they never flopped. I don't know where the hell this flop thing came from.
He's the greatest.
But the worst flopper is Anderson Varejao.
Oh, yeah.
He is the worst flopper.
What team did he play for?
He played for Cleveland, but there was this one...
Anybody from Cleveland be floppers.
No. There was one time in the finals when he was in the Golden State Warriors. Somebody backed him up. He was like this.
Nah, he tripped, bro.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Varejao was horrible with that.
He tripped.
No, he did not trip. I'll pull up the tape. He did not trip.
Nah, he tripped. I saw
Anyways, Spencer, thanks for coming, bro. We appreciate
no problem.
Wait, I got one more question.
Oh, go ahead. He was too quiet. I thought he was done.
I mean, y'all talking about basketball.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, what piece of advice would you give to someone, looking for jewelry or looking to propose? Like, what are your key tips besides hit me up? Like, what are some tips that you can give?
I would say, like what I brought up before about those benchmark, prices. That's the biggest thing because everyone's always the first thing we look at is the size.
Right.
So make sure you're getting just below, and honestly working with a local jewelry store, probably more. K Jewelers is owned by Signet, which was previously Sterling Jewelers, that Signet bought them. They own K's, Zales, Jared's, J.B. Robinson.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, if you look it up, they got regional box store chains that they own. They're spread way too thin. They just recently bought Zales a few years ago, but their quality has come down. So go to a local place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. You figure you own so many stores.
Correct.
The order shipments that they order in for all these diamonds, all the rings. It's a mass order. So what happens when you have a mass order?
Yeah,
gotcha.
Clearly, the quality is going to go down.
That's like McDonald's.
Like
their burgers used to be real in the '60s.
Yeah.
And they got a mass amount.
Then they sell
plastic.
Horse meat.
Ever since they went over millions and millions, sir, it's been fake, yo.
You're gonna eat it anyway, so.
If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat it, but I'm not gonna be happy about it.
But yeah, I would say shop local. Do your research, and try and get something with a good cut.
Right.
Good cut is the way to go. If it fits within your budget, for clarity, try and get VS2 or higher. Once you hit VS2, which stands for very small inclusions, you need a 10 times magnifier to see it, to see any carbon spots, any cracks, or anything like that. So once you hit VS2, anything higher than that is going to be so minuscule you can't even see.
Right.
So a good cut, try and get a decent clarity, and then obviously as colorless as you can, but everything's going to be near colorless or colorless, so it's really not too bad. But I would say definitely that, or just hit me up and I'll take care of you. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Listen, probably next couple years I want to hook my wife's ring up, so I'm gonna talk to you.
Nicole's family, so
Do
I'm gonna talk to you.
do that? Like upgrade their ring?
Oh yeah.
I need to upgrade her ring.
Yeah, and that's another thing, another tip. Like, if you don't have the budget, don't kill yourself. Like, you could always upgrade. A lot of people, you suggest.
I'm not gonna front. I didn't have the budget like that when we got engaged.
Yeah, but
that's
it
why
is
I want
what
to
it
upgrade
is.
I want to upgrade the ring big time.
Yeah, so you start small, and then you maybe if you went small, you go your 5-year anniversary, maybe you 10, something like that, and you upgrade. Maybe just because, maybe you just want to do something special and the budget's going to work out. But yeah, definitely, like, don't be afraid to upgrade later on. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to talk on anyone's relationship, but if she's not going to be okay with it, then it is what it is. But
Right.
she should be okay with getting what you can get her for
Right.
now,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
upgrade later. There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. All right, y'all got any final questions, man? Before we
Nah,
go?
man, that's it. When you heading back?
I'm heading back like Tuesday.
Okay, so you out here for a little while. I'm glad
Spending
you
time with the family, word?
Yeah,
Catching up with Billy.
yeah,
Billy and Diddy. Diddy and Billy.
yeah. He's in Newark, so
Oh
you know,
yeah,
I
he
try
is.
and
He
go
is
out
in
there and
Jersey.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, man. We gotta get him on the show soon.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's got the PR firm,
Yes.
and stuff like that
Yeah.
he has. Warwick Strategies,
Yeah.
so he's doing big things. He's helping out with someone running for governor in Connecticut. But that's the only plug I'm gonna say about him. I'm not gonna talk too much about his business.
I heard
Right,
that.
right.
But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
man.
if anyone wants to contact me, you could
Yes.
you could
Your
email
social
me.
media, websites, let us know all that.
Yeah, Facebook.com, / the Diamond Lawyer, or you can just email me at thediamondlawyer@gmail. And just hit me up. We'll talk about everything, and I'm a lawyer for you getting your diamond. I'm an advocate for you to get the best price. So,
Dope.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that, brother.
but not Mike.
Y'all hit my son up. He got this. He got you.
Once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. E. Charles, Cash, Mike, Vanya, Mr. Spencer, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Guys, make sure to tune in same time, same place next week, Thursday, 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all download that app, the Google Play Store, iTunes Store, New Villa app. Visit the website, newvillaentertainment.com. Subscribe to our YouTube page so you can see interviews like Spencer and more. And that's it, man. Y'all got anything else?
Nah, man,
Nah,
that's it.
we about to ball out right now. Come on.
Guy. We
Come
out of here,
ball up.
man. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Good night.
Peace, y'all.
is New Villa Entertainment.